So the Wales team to face Scotland has been announced, and I must admit, I'm a little bit more afraid than I was before. Let's dig into the team and I'll explain why. So first, I'll just go through the squad. So we got Domachowski, Ryan Elias, Leon Brown. No Will Rowlands because his wife has had a child, so he's at home with his family. So we've got Dav Jenkins captain and Adam Beard partnering him. In the back row, a little bit surprised, I'll be honest, is James Botham, and he's with Tommy Raffel and Aaron Wainwright. Good news coming out of the Dragons this week that Wainwright has signed again another contract, so that's great news for the Dragons. He's a fan favourite, and that's him and Dyer now, they're two probably biggest marquee players, so that's some good news coming out this week. Then with the nines, we got with the backs, we got Gareth Davis, Sam Costello, Nick Tompkins, Owen Watkins in the centre. George North still not recovered. Apparently he's had a bit of a stinger in Europe and he's still not recovered and good to go yet. And then on the wings we have Dyer and Josh Adams, and then Cameron Winnett sits at fullback. The bench then, I'll just go through them quickly. Got Elliot D, Kemsley Mathias, Kieran Azarati, Teddy Williams and Alex Mann. And then the backs is Thomas Williams, Ewan Lloyd and Mason Grady. So there's a little bit of a hodgepodge of a team. I'll have to apologise for the shoddy editing and everything like that. I'm just finishing my holiday, but I wanted to get this video out quickly, so it's going to be a short one. It's a bit worrying. There's not a lot of experience. There's a lot of big players missing. No Gareth Thomas. I can't find a reason why Gareth Thomas is not in the team, so he must be injured. But I can't find a reason online at the moment, so if anyone knows, let me know. Will Rowlands is a big loss. I know we have Adam Beard stepping in there, who is obviously an international quality player, but nowhere near Rowlands' level in my opinion. Then you've got George North missing from the centres, and obviously we all know what happened with Louis Rees-Zammit. I thought potentially we could see Adams go to fullback and Mason Grady on the wing, who's been spectacular, but I'm really happy to see Cameron Winnett get his opportunity. I did a little player profile on a couple of the new caps recently, and I said he's ready-made international. A little bit on the small side, but he was carrying a head injury, so I didn't expect him. Gatland wasn't expecting him to be ready for the first game, but he is, so he's straight in there. Shows what Gatland thinks about him. But yeah, I think this is a very underpowered team. And I know we've had a lot of turnover of players, but I think it's mainly due to injuries. Domachowski starting, you would expect him to be a bench player. Elias, okay, you could say he'd be battling out to start with Derry Lake. Leon Brown, generally Thomas Francis has played there, but obviously he's not in the squad. I thought he would go with Azarati, especially if he was playing with Domachowski, but he's definitely got a soft spot for Brown, and I think he wants him to grow at the international level, so let's hope he puts in a good performance. The second rows, I'm not worried about particularly. They're solid, and I'm really happy to see Dav Jenkins get a start. I know he's the captain, but then the back row, happy with Raffel and Wainwright. They sort of picked themselves almost. Jimmy Botham, I'm a little bit surprised, but I guess it's just where we are in the squad depth. I would have personally gone with Alex Mann, who is on the bench, which I'm happy about, but I think he is more of like just an engine player who's chugs along all game, and I think his impact off the bench would be less if it was the other way around and Botham coming off the bench. Botham's been that little bit of the forgotten man for Wales for a while, but he has been good for Cardiff this season, and I think it's just his versatility, and he's got a bit of doggedness, which maybe just a little bit of extra experience won out between him and Mann in that spot. Then we got Gareth Davis and Costello. Thomas Williams has probably been the informed scrum half in Wales, but I think Gareth Davis had a good World Cup, and Costello, the familiarity might have helped him out there to get the nod. I'm worried about the centres. It's very lightweight. Tompkins is, although he runs some good lines and he's got decent feet, not the biggest ball carrier. And Watkins the same. I think they're very similar players. Although Watkins has definitely deserved his call up for the squad. I don't know. I think maybe if Grady had been playing centre for the season, then we probably would have seen Grady. But he's been playing on the wing. he's somewhat of still an unknown quantity at 13. Sorry, I'm sweating so much. And then the two wingers naturally pick themselves if you're going to put win it at 15. So he's a little bit underpowered, and then the bench is even more so underpowered. You got D, who's solid, not worried about him. Matthias, the jury's out for me. I'm not a fan. I know he's young, but I don't really see what Gatland seems to see. Azarati, I thought he would have started, so I'm not too worried about him. I'm interested to see what he does off the bench. Telly Williams had a good season, and obviously with Will Rowlands, if Will Rowlands was fit, he wouldn't be in the squad, but I'm not worried about Telly Williams. I think he's got the physicality and the presence and to be an international player. Alex Mann, I was really looking forward to seeing him start, like I said, but off the bench, get him some experience. And then the three backs is exciting. You've got to admit, if you bring those three off the bench, it's going to really change sort of the pace of the game. I think that's what Gatland is maybe looking at, and you can see Johan Lloyd and Mason Gray both definitely deserve an opportunity with their play this season. I think probably Johan Lloyd might just cover every position. I don't know if he's going to come on at 10. I'm not too sure. Maybe we might see him at fullback at some point, depending on how it goes. But yeah, I'm a little bit scared, I'll be honest. Before I was really excited, but now you actually see the team on paper. It's quite underpowered, so no doubt Gatland and the coaching team will get them ready. Alex King's really developed the attack on from last Six Nations through the World Cup, so look into carry on seeing a build in that. And the defence, really interested to see Sam Costello, but when you think of Costello, Tompkins and Watkins, that's not a lot of size or physicality there, so a little bit worried about that, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going to just leave you with that. I'll be back for the game, literally getting home just before the game Saturday, so I'll be doing a video of that. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the sweat. Catch you on the next one.